Hello, Loveland. I'm Mike Meldon, and this is your Loveland Weekly Podcast, brought to you by Gina Dubell-Smith, eXp Realty, and Stone Pillar Farms. Today, you're going to get to hear my conversation with Jonathan Troyer, a Loveland resident and filmmaker. We discussed the recent release of his first full-length film and what it took to get that accomplished. I enjoyed talking with Jonathan, and I think you will enjoy listening to his story. Today is January 15th, 2025.
So I am Jonathan Troyer. I'm a local guy from Loveland now. I've been here since 2005. My wife and I moved here then. And I've always been a lover of movies. I remember the first movie I saw was probably back in the 80s, a Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, with really interesting puppetry and all that. But there was something magical about it. So it just kind of always drew me into films. I worked for Channel 9 for a while in Cincinnati here, as well as just shooting commercials. I mean, I've been doing this for about 25 years now. So just really into film overall, film creation. I just love every aspect of it. And so I wrote this script. So I used to shoot on weekends and nights. Then we had some kids, and all my nights and weekends were spent with those kids. But I started writing more then, and out of that came this script that I created. And so got together with a lot of local artists, including a lot of people from the Loveland Stage Company. So a lot of homegrown talent right here from Loveland.
That's
been
awesome.
In Cincinnati been in Cincinnati pretty much my whole life, greater Cincinnati area. So grew up in Springdale, went to Princeton High School. So bring Hollywood here to Loveland.
So you said you've been doing this for 25 years. What is your job right now? Are you still working for TV stations?
Yeah. So now I'm a marketing manager for a company throughout the years. So I've been training, doing lots of things. It's very difficult to get in the film industry unless you live in California full time or, we got a lot of great studios here actually in Cincinnati, but a lot of those are kind of smaller. So, and I it's what you love. And for me, it's film. Like I like commercials as well. And, creating, shorts as well. So do that, but it's just kind of exciting to put a whole feature out. This will be my first feature. So exciting.
So, and you said you got a lot of talent from local. I noticed, I didn't get through the whole thing, but I saw Gina, who was a main character in your movie. Are you well connected with the Loveland Stage Company? Do you work with them often, or is that just where you pulled talent from?
Right. Well, so Jen and I have been friends for, we're not sure how long. It's been quite a while. We kind of have kids that are the same age. We actually have daughters that are exact same age, have been going through school for a while. But she and I have been talking about this for about 6 years. So a lot of that connection is from there. She was always planning to play this role, but it was really just, timing. We had kids, she's got kids, but now we're moving to that stage where we have some time where we can get away. Gina spends a great deal amount of time at Loveland Stage Company. And through that, she had brought in pretty much quite a few characters in this movie. She's like, oh, I got the perfect person for this. I think she wants to, she's really excited about casting as well. So I know Gina really well, but the rest of the Loveland Stage Company, I'm just starting to get to know. And it's quite a group of people for sure.
That's awesome. So why don't you tell people what is the film about, and then how the idea for it came about?
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea started with kind of Mother Teresa is a big part of, I think, our generation. So I'm turning 45 this year, woohoo! But just Mother Teresa, and she just has this phrase: "Small things done with great love will change the world." And so I started thinking through that, like how would that interaction be with somebody who wants to change the world? And so it starts with just a guy who is, he's having lunch at a restaurant. He sees a guy who's bummed out. That guy ends up being a hitman. He doesn't know that, but so then the hitman, is like, why is this guy tracking me down? Have I been compromised? And kind of it's the idea of, so he confronts the guy, and that obviously kind of kicks off the movie and where it goes from there. So the idea is once you kind of are aware of things, you start to be aware of more things. And a lot develops from there, and just kind of has him start to look at his life. And so two guys become friends, and a whole web of fun from there.
So, and you wrote it, directed, everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, I love behind the camera. My wife says I come alive when the days that I was going out to shoot.
Oh, I bet.
But I absolutely love, like, writing and crafting things together. I'm totally proud of a lot of the writing in this, but the performances that these actors gave just, brought it to life. It was kind of amazing to watch, after these many years of it being in my head, working through it, and then all of a sudden having, actors portray these characters, and they brought so much, I wrote a lot of it from, my voice or thought, but I try to get in these characters. But once you actually have actors like embody characters, it takes it to a whole nother level, which is pretty fun and exciting to watch. And then the editing was a whole fun process as well. Try to just, find that one that works. When you got 4 options, it's kind of the challenge. So a lot of great acting in this film as well.
And it's filmed in Loveland, correct?
We shot all over. So I love Cincinnati. I've been in Cincinnati my whole life as well. And I didn't think of myself I'd be a suburb kid, but I love that Loveland has the river. Loveland has, the town. We're close to all kinds of other things as well, or downtown, I should say. So yeah, we shot at the Loveland Stage Company. We shot a few scenes there, as well as Abide Counseling, which is that awesome white building right before you cross the bridge into downtown.
Okay.
I live in Loveland. Gina lives in Loveland. So we shot at both of our houses, and kind of just, you'll see landmarks all over the place.
That's great.
For sure.
And what stands out about with how long did it take? How long would something like this take? And what stands out of actually your first time putting together a feature film?
Yeah. Well, so I wrote it. It took forever to write, but that was just because I was taking my time.
Sure.
And you want it to be good. You want it to be something worth watching. And so we actually started November 3rd, 2023.
Okay.
And I finally put the stamp on it August 31st. So about 10 months almost. And that included everything: sound, mixing, music. We have great Loveland talent here. I don't know, musician Katie Bergen, a guy named Matt Resch, and his brothers grew up in Loveland. They basically, those two bands, I guess, kind of created a whole lot of the sounds. They were albums that they had, but they just meshed perfectly into what I was looking for. So it's pretty exciting. And then just filled it out with a lot of cinematic score from there. So had a whole lot of fun.
And you did a lot of the editing also?
Yeah, I edit as well. That's kind of where I started in editing. It's like the final piece of the story is,
sure,
you have it all together, but then until you edit it, you're completely, it's being rewritten again.
Right.
Much like you, I'm sure, with the podcast.
It is. It definitely, editing has become one of my favorite parts of it. I don't know if it's just listening it again or going through it again, or you actually just get to, I don't know, relive it more comfortably, I guess, is kind of a way to look at it too. You get to, I'm sure for you get to sit down and watch it and really take hold of it.
Yeah, you get to, change the feel, or you see something you didn't see. We can do slow motion. We can, there's some black and white to go back to history. There's some, a lot of effects you can drop on it, but then there's just also the actor performances. Sometimes you just want the music to go away because it's just like, let's be in it and sit with these two and see what happens from there.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's just, that's why I love movies. It's like, it can take you high and low and everywhere in between as well on the journey.
How do people how do they see it? Are you going to do a showing, or I know that you have it available online, but is there going to be a public showing or anything, to get everybody together to see it?
So the plan is to go to festivals now, kind of get it out there. It's the business is all about who you know and where you're at. And, this is kind of my first thing. So I kind of wanted to get out there. So as you see, we have the link out there on YouTube for people to see. It's pretty exciting that, over 3,100 people have been out there to check it out.
Oh, that's great.
it's a little unnerving to kind of watch those
Sure.
numbers because you can actually see it. And I don't really want to know that, but I also do want to know that. So
Yeah.
I try to limit the amount of times I check it out. But so right now, yeah, the YouTube is the option, but we're hoping to hit festivals and kind of, get the word out, tell the story.
That's great. So are you booked for any that you know of yet?
I am not.
Okay.
No, I'm making one final edit to submit it to a festival anytime now, hoping for good news. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, good luck there. And I know I was going to mention, well, we got the Loveland film, but that, as I was about to say it, I'm like, oh wait, but that's a short film festival. So
It is a short.
That one.
Yep.
Maybe we could start a different one. We can.
I don't want to compete, but I could definitely team up.
Definitely definitely teaming up. That's what we're all about here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it's that's the festival game. There are a whole lot of short. It's a very popular way. So I wanted to make a movie. I made a movie. I'm stoked.
Yeah.
with the final product of it. So awesome to talk to you and others about it. And just, I just have a huge passion. So
yeah, I can tell. That's awesome. So are you any plans for another one or thoughts?
Of course, nonstop. It's kind of, there's time, there's life, and there's, teaming up with other people. I've got actually about working with some other people. I actually acted in a movie over the winter.
Oh,
it's
nice.
getting released in April. So
what is that?
So it's called Son. I play a detective in it. Longtime writer director who lives in Northern Kentucky. We've worked together off and on throughout the years, and he's produced this film, and it's in the editing process right now as we speak.
Nice. You'll have to let us know when that one comes out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I love to hear your passion, and you nailed it with Gina and what you guys do. It's one of those things. I think when you get to, I'm around your age, just a couple years on you, but it's once those kids, the focus is career, kids, getting life settled, but once you get to that, a little bit of space to take your time to do what you really want. Like I didn't know it was going to be podcasting, but I
Sure.
started my nonprofit that I do on the side, and I got this, and then now I dabble in guitar. It's really cool to now, once you feel semi-established and have pretty things going, obviously
Right.
you don't want to say cruise control because that's definitely not it. But where you can use that little bit of extra time for you and your passion, it makes life interesting, doesn't it?
It does. And it's, I put this, finish this movie, this is how the movie, like editing. You finish the movie, I'm like, great. And then I'm like, oh no, now I got to do credits. Okay, then I do credits. Okay, now I'm done. Wait, now I need to what? I mean, just kind of.
Now you got to market it, and then you got to talk to people about it. Yeah.
Then I got to find every podcast, especially one important, like in Loveland, and just, get
That's
the
right.
word out.
Heck yeah.
It's
Well, great.
one step at a time.
Great talking to you, man. And you got to keep me up to date too. When you get your next one coming out, if you get in film festivals, when this other movie that you're going to be in is on, let's keep in touch and keep up to date with that.
Great. I appreciate it. I look forward to it and hope this is just our launching pad. Here we go.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Everybody take a listen. I will put the link at the bottom of the podcast description. So there'll be a direct link to the film and people can check it out on their own.
Enjoy it. And everybody asks me what kind of movie it is. And my favorite movies are not just one genre, but kind of go across a few. So I'll give you a thriller, drama, and I think there's a little comedy. We did screen it with the cast, and there are a few laughs in places I didn't expect them. That's kind of awesome.
That is
I hope
awesome.
you find it enjoyable.
Hello, it's Elise Knapschafer with another Loveland High School weekly update. So this week we're coming off of 2 snow days and a long holiday break, so a lot of people have mixed feelings about this week, but that doesn't mean that there's not anything going on, because there is. First off, there's scheduling for grades 9 through 11, so they'll have a meeting at the end of the week regarding their schedules for next year and how to make them. There's also a few athletic events at home this week. There's 2 basketball games for girls, 1 for boys, and 1 academic quiz team match at home. So make sure to come support your Tiger athletes.
Looking ahead in Loveland. Love Our Land is having its third annual Owl Prowl on Saturday, February 22nd. This has come to be a pretty popular event for adults and kids. Love Our Land has Raptors Inc. come by. They show several different types of owls, from the smallest to the largest. And then Doug will take everybody out on an owl prowl through the trails of the Grail at night. And he tries to call in an owl with his owl calls. It's a great event, and it is ticketed this year. It was so popular last year that we had to limit the number and ticket it. We are upstairs at the oratory at the Grail this year too, so we'll have a little bit more room. Highly recommend you getting on the website www.loveourland.org and get your tickets today. And if you are a member of Love Our Land, if you've joined for 2025, that means in the last 2 months or so, then your ticket is free. You still have to get a ticket. You still have to go online and claim your ticket. Whether you got a family pass or an individual pass, you can get your tickets to the event for free. You still have to claim them, though. So that'd be incentive just to actually get your Love Our Land membership now, and then you can get a free ticket to the Owl Prowl. You're helping us in many ways. So get your ticket before it sells out. I hope to see you there. Have a great week, Loveland. Thank you so much. This episode was produced and engineered by myself, Mike Meldon, right here in Loveland. We have something truly special here at Loveland. Thank you for listening, and have a great week.